Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Kim. And Albert, we're getting to the second half of the basketball season. The leagues and sections, depending on where you are, what they call them. But the bottom line is we're going through the second time, and very, very important that you're playing at your best, whether it's an open tournament or one where, you know, they seed, but at the same time, what happens, the riffraff is gone. And if you don't play well, guess what? You're gone.
Yeah, this time of year, you want to be healthy, playing your best. Lisbon's doing that, 11-0 in Eastern Ohio Athletic Conference, 78-24 win over Southern. They moved to 14-2, 4 players in double figures. Georgia's a big thing.
Big.
Loves that. Trevor Sifke, looks like 24. Alex Sheffer 17. Luke Kraft 12, and Hunter Daly 11. What a great start for Lisbon. Let's hope they keep it up. We want to go to follow great teams into the playoffs. George, that's our goal here all the time.
When they're hot, we like to have somebody we can follow.
Yes, all the way through.
And you know, when you talk about Sifke, they're almost a triple-double, 14, 10, and 9. Those rebounds and assists, they're tough. I mean, you can get Jokic and Doncic, whoever you want, but someone's got to make a shot.
Yeah, George always says the assists.
The
assists are hard to get.
I got the points. I said, my man's got 38. I said, he's got 9 rebounds. I said, but these last 4 assists, if the other teammates aren't hitting, you're not getting them.
Exactly. So that is that is a great game. Crestview also moves to 20-0, undefeated on the season, led by Addison Rhodes with 20 points. Also, 2 local teams are in the top 10. Warren JFK drops to number 5 in Division 4, and Ursuline is ranked number 6 in Division 2. Not too many teams, local teams ranked this year, so we need some surprises in the tournament.
Somebody, like you said, get hot.
Yeah.
And it's tough. I mean, we've only done this since we've been on the air.
Right.
This is not Rhode Island. Like when you make the playoffs in Ohio and then you start moving into your regionals and such,
right.
Now all of a sudden you're playing people that basically have played this game their whole life.
I've always said in Ohio, if you get to the regionals, that means you had a sensational year.
Yeah.
Because when you get through the sectionals and districts, it always changes. George and I try to stay up on what they're bigger conglomerates in the districts.
And I
now.
love Ohio's 4. The 7 in football, I'm not crazy about it, but I think 6 is too many in Pennsylvania.
Right.
But the 4 in basketball, they have that right.
You're not kidding, but we'll take that any time. Talking about any time, YSU is, I think, the favorite in the league now.
Oh, no.
Ziggy Reed is putting up big numbers for Youngstown State. Whooped Northern Kentucky, 82-52. The big thing I saw about that, Joy, they love winners. And 6,000 fans showed up, the biggest crowd in Horizon this year to watch YSU play. My buddy, who's a big Youngstown State, texted me, and I said, you know, I have a trouble. I'm from YSU, but the portal has turned me off. And they're portal driven, but it didn't turn off 6,000 fans. If you win,
now we've only been over this 100 times.
Yes, it's me. It's just me.
But you're allowed to be like that. You know, I said to the guy the other day, I said, do you think one Michigan fan cares if Harbaugh had signed?
Oh no,
one, not 1,000.
He missed 6 games.
He missed 6 That's like games. Now they got. Now think about, it is the Wild Wild West, right? NIL. Yes. Imagine what Tennessee must be doing if they're under investigation.
That's the NCAA. It have to be, oh my.
But think about that, or the others, how bad must it be?
Oh, I know it's bad. I guarantee you, though, see, that's what my thinking is, and I know you taught me this. You think Alabama and Georgia are clean.
No.
So that's what they do.
It might be what they have to do to get them. I always do it with the Penn State guys because they think they think they're playing for the Vatican over there. And the guy said to me, I said, well, let me reverse your question. I said, what do you suppose they're giving them to stay?
Yeah,
he was saying a quarterback was $2 million in the portal.
Yeah.
That's what the kid from Nebraska said, Matt Rule. And I said, well, let me turn that around on you. What are they giving that kid who's from Ohio?
They called the office today. They said, listen, we got another $200,000 for you.
Yeah.
That's what I tell you.
Yeah. We don't want you to leave.
So YSU is a portal-driven team.
Oh, they're good, too.
And that's how they got good. That's how they're staying good.
No,
Coach Calhoun has figured out a formula. Let them graduate, bring in 5 new ones. And that's what he did. They have a great chance. I told my grandsons, watch for YSU in the NCAA tournament. They said, "You serious, Papa?"
Yeah.
I said, "Oh yeah, I believe they're the team to beat in the league."
Well, I saw them game to game twice. I've seen pieces 5, 6 times. The night I saw them, they could have beaten anybody. There were, there's certain things. Did they score inside just enough? Did they shoot the ball well? Did they play just, their defense?
Right.
They're not strangling anybody. But guess what? Nobody is.
Nobody strangles anybody. Yeah, 16-6, 8-3 on the year. What a great start. They have players all over the place. They got Farmer, they got Burns, and we know about Reed. That's not even including Rush. That's a heck of a team. Youngstown State women, we haven't covered them in a while. They've been struggling, but I want to call out a great win, 71-46 over Robert Morris on Saturday. Malia Magestro, local girl, 20 points, 5 3-pointers.
She can shoot them, buddy.
Emily Sanders with a game high 23 points. Congratulations to YSU on a win. They want to get a streak going right now. 8-13 overall, 4-7.
That's not like them.
No, they've been good.
They've been good since we've been on the air here a long time.
Yeah.
And
Coach Barnes resigned, so I don't know what behind that.
Yeah.
So
here's a guy. Finally, I've been speaking out on this since that tragedy at Maryland, and it was a tragedy.
yeah, we didn't like that.
But DJ Durkin, I want to know how he would, and then they tried to bring him back, and the student body basically revolted via. Now Twitter's coaching the team now.
Right.
But my point is, was that a tragedy? Absolutely. Yes. Did anyone want? Guaranteed DJ didn't want it to happen either.
No. But he's a Boardman graduate.
Yeah.
And he has surfaced now as the defensive coordinator at Auburn. That's the big time SEC. He was at A&M.
The top of the top.
DJ has landed. A good coach will land on his feet, and he has done that.
Absolutely.
So we'll do some rooting for
Didn't he play
defense.
for Bill or coach for Bill?
Yes.
That's why I root for him.
Yeah, exactly.
But my point is, Bill Boren, by the way. But my point is, we know it was a shame.
Right.
No one said it wasn't.
Right.
But to throw it on one guy's foot,
right.
His feet, not to mention he has to live with it anyway.
Yeah. That's
now is he at a good place? You agree? You freeze.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's at a good place.
He's going to recruit.
You freeze will run a good offense.
He'll recruit.
If his defense is tough, and I bet it will be, they could be. There's a scramble now with the GOAT gone.
Right. Get some players out of there.
Yeah, and you got the king of the portal appears to be Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, he is.
Now you have Georgia, who had a load back.
Always.
Those laps they ran on Florida State.
Yeah, always.
But it's just different. But like you say, the sports world. I was talking to my uncle. He was his 91st birthday, so I called him. He doesn't know NIL from MIA, but I'm saying, Big Al. I said they're paying. What would he? I said they bought the whole team Jeeps at Utah. He could not. He couldn't.
He's like me.
No. What's going on though. That's a difference.
Yeah, I do know what's happening.
You just can't.
It's happening. It's a runaway freight train. Never coming back either.
I said that yesterday. I think I wrote something about putting the milk back in the jug. It doesn't get back in the jug.
No.
You poured it.
One of the things you've been saying from the beginning, though, you truly believe it has to run out.
Absolutely.
So we're going to find out about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Day spent $13 million just getting the kid from Alabama, and he got a couple of the top portal players. But you can tell he's been told. Flat out.
Oh, he has to win this year. It has to beat Michigan. That's what he has to do.
Oh, and then real quick, we'll talk about it. We'll get a lot of stuff here, but just since we've brought it up a little sooner, maybe we would have. Getting the guy at Michigan that coached the 6 games, did they have to do that? Was it a walk? Because I know he's a good recruiter. Was it a wise choice? Was it one of those battlefield things that I don't like? How do you see it?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You have to watch
he beat Ohio State, beat Penn State. And
he was what they go coach for a day.
Yeah. So, but Harbaugh was still running the practice.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't there. So I think it was just a Michigan alumni, Michigan follow up on the.
What was easiest?
Winning the national championship. And you said it best. He recruits. And it's
No.
still the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, getting players.
And he
is still
got
the bottom line.
$5.5 million. He's not going to be doing any,
Crying.
shoe shining
No,
or anything.
no.
All right, NFL. They just keep topping what they've done. You know, oh, this guy doesn't like that. Oh, they showed Taylor Swift too much. Oh, it was on Peacock. Oh. Guess what? That business is booming.
Yeah, it never's going to stop.
And I call it a business because that's what it is. We long ago, Al and I, quit talking about it in any
Well, you knew
terms
before I did. So
but business.
and I don't like it, but
No,
that's what the NFL is all about money. It's not, there's nothing else. They don't care about George and me.
No.
They don't care about us two at all.
No, ironically, that the game's on Sunday. If I'd have said, is it going to be the Baltimore O, Al? Going to be a Baltimore D? Kansas City O? But the main problem for Baltimore was the Kansas City defense.
Yeah, Kansas City defense has been good all year.
Yes.
But I still think Baltimore gave the game away. I truly, but what can you say?
Albert Denning ran the ball.
5 times, 6
Yeah, and
times,
that was
8 times, really 4 times.
Yeah, because 5.
Because he ran it himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, they went to an all-pass attack. And
Did you see that coming? The way they ran the ball all year.
Well, they fell behind 7-0, and they panicked. What can I say? They panicked completely. He's not that kind of player that just drops back and throws every down.
He is not
He's a great player, but not a great passer.
No.
And it proved it again. He threw the ball to the other team. And
the 1 to the 3 guys, the one in front of the goalpost, there was no excuse.
How about they're blaming the receiver?
Are they?
For putting his hand in the air.
Oh, God bless.
They said, well, I said, wait.
I can't. I don't have this one.
People do that all the time in the pros.
Remember Mark Malone? He would throw right to the other team.
And blame the receiver.
Then when the receiver was coming over, he'd go like this. He'd go like he was saying what he should have done, and he wouldn't have thrown it to him.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I didn't hear
The
this.
Kansas City's defense is really improved immensely.
Okay.
And once again, it's the blessing of luck. I call it. They drafted 3 or 4 guys, 6th, 7th rounds that turned out to be really good players.
Now, let me ask you, too.
They knew any better. They would have drafted them 1st or 2nd.
You know, now the Baltimore offense sputtered. I mean, then you fumble in the half-yard line, and you fumble through the end zone. Now, my question to you is, if you were a Baltimore fan, would you take anything from it, or would you just maybe step back and say, you know what, I'm done with these guys?
No, I would never say I'm done with these guys.
Okay.
Because they broke records all year.
How about the quarterback, though? He
Look,
seemed,
I say that all along. I've said it.
but
I was the first one to say
it's in
that.
his resume.
It's hard.
It's in his resume.
It's hard to win the way he plays.
You know that.
I don't remember. Steve Young might be the only guy I ever remember winning a Super Bowl that ran first.
And he was a better passer, too.
Way better passer.
Yeah.
Way better passer.
That's what I was going to ask you. That was my part, too. In other words, you're in charge tomorrow, I'm saying.
I wouldn't do a thing. I wouldn't do a thing. They're that good. They're that good a team.
We got this close.
Yeah. Well,
Here's what we need to shore up. Can't fumble through the end zone.
Yeah, you can't take
get
this thing
stripped
about
on the 1.
Yeah, those are things you can't change.
Now, here's my thought. You know, I just wait for one guy to taunt. Because if you make a mistake the rest of the day, I'm going to be on you. I'm going to be on you like a wet blanket, and I'm on that dude from Boston College.
Yeah, I get it.
He doesn't catch the ball all day.
Yeah,
he gets
Flowers.
up, starts doing the shimmy. Then he steps over the guy.
I know.
15. Then he fumbles into the stinking touchback.
They do it every week.
Let me ask you. They say they're changing that rule. How will they amend it?
They do it every week.
How will they amend that touchback rule? When you fumble into the end zone.
I don't know. There's something about, they said something
Bring it
about
back to where it was?
That's what they're saying. I hope they don't.
Yeah.
I hope that's a stupid change for me. The guy's stupid enough to fumble the ball.
Yeah.
Then he fumbles the
That's
ball.
one thing. If you haven't learned your lesson about sticking the ball out, you never will.
How about Harbaugh said, I like what he did. He put the ball with 2 hands out.
Yeah,
And see, every coach makes excuses for the players.
Yeah.
It's a runaway freight train.
Instead of saying,
He messed up.
that's on James, he shouldn't have done that. No, I agree with you. Now, Detroit, we're going to talk about that because we have to. You and I seem to be very similar on him. He's a great motivator. The guys love him, but he has that 1 or 2. Now, will you admit he has to get those out?
I don't. I told you that.
Yeah,
Because they're not
understand.
good defensively.
So you think he's playing to his defense? They say he's playing against his kicker. Now, which is it?
It's a defense, no question. They can't stop anybody. It was proven in that game. They can't. So he said, I need to score points. Now,
From
I
your
would
own
have kicked
28?
it. I would have kicked it. Oh, yeah, that's the way he plays. Because he knows they can't stop it. They're punting. They're going. You've seen it before. You said it on the show. It doesn't matter where they get the ball anymore.
The one play they're
Yeah,
50.
and that's
That's
so. I
true.
wouldn't change a thing he does, but
Okay.
I would when I'm down for a 14.
Yeah,
I
you
look
gotta
at
go
the
7.
scoreboard.
Absolutely.
So I would go up 17.
Yeah. In other words, the game's just much shorter. It's like having a piece of pie. You're eating the pie. Well, if you kick that field goal, now the game's 5
Yeah,
minutes
that's
shorter.
why I kick it there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we agree
I
on that.
kick a certain play, but I don't change whatever he
Okay,
does.
okay, that's what I wanted to
so
know.
he knows they stink defensively. I mean, they're just so lousy defense. You watch the play, you're thinking they're never stopping San Francisco again.
You know, and I've said it, but here's the thing I get. Well, that's what he does. Well, he doesn't. It doesn't mean it's right.
Oh, it doesn't work. It kills you. It does, no
I
question.
mean, when you leave it down there.
Yeah.
I always say this too. Even up 7, get up another score. Get up 10.
So do I like that,
I
too.
think it's mentally. No one ever mentions the mental thing of looking up and thinking, we need a ball 3 times.
So do I like that, too.
You know,
we're all in on
and
that.
Al and I are
the
in
score
on,
of the game.
And on basketball, we're the same. I watched the game the other night. I thought about you. 48 seconds, down 7. You need the ball 3 times minimum.
That's been a big hang-up for yours.
He just,
That's a big one.
They let him drill. And then they end up fouling him at the end of the shot clock anyway. I said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to say, Coach, I know you won a lot more games than I did.
Right.
Please explain to me.
They can't explain it.
Because now there are only 24 seconds left, and we're down 9.
They can't explain it.
Albert, it
They
makes
won't.
no sense.
They won't explain it.
No, absolutely. We'll talk Super Bowl next week.
Right.
I like that week in between. I'm not as the old days. I know a couple of times they played straight through, and as I've looked back, I like that. Get all the
media stuff done,
media
huh?
stuff out of the way. Okay, NCAA hoops. Now, I'm talking to a guy today. He calls me and he doesn't like pro basketball. No, and I get it. I mean, if you're if you're Claire B, you're not. There's no 5-man weave out there. But on the other hand, if you appreciate athletic talent,
Right.
you want to talk about guys. But I'll tell you what has happened. It's the brands anymore. No longer like nobody. Who's on Texas? Well, this guy's from Oklahoma. This guy here played for San Diego State last year. This guy over here was for Texas Tech. Like when you and I watched, Walter Berry was there for 4 years.
Yeah. That's never
Mullen
going back.
was there for
It's never
4
going there
years.
again.
No.
That's what we talked about today. We talked about that portal. They're all over the place. They're never where they started. No, they're not. Very seldom. Let's put it that way.
Al, I said to Al one time, I said, man, that Arizona. He says, yeah. They got a guy from San Diego State, a guy from Gonzaga,
Guy from North
and
Carolina.
a guy from North Carolina. It's Carolina West or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, but it's not Gonzaga or it's not Arizona.
Yeah, it's completely changed. There's no
Now let's
changing.
talk about, because if you're number 1, you are number 2, you're going down.
On the
We
road.
had those stats the other day. On the road, I don't call it an upset anymore when the
It's not
team
an
is
upset.
home.
It's
You
not
agree?
An upset. It's not an upset. Not a chance. There's no dominant team. There's nobody out there cannot lose, and they go on the road. Proven North Carolina 9-0 in the league. They lose to Georgia Tech, who's 3-7. You on the road, you could lose in an instant.
I understand this, because I'll say to you, being close by, Slippery Rock, I'll say, Al, they're good at home. And Al says to me the other day, he says, well, why? I said, well, it's not the crowd because they don't get any. No crowd.
I know. I can't put a
Can't be
finger
the
on it
crowd.
either.
Is it the
Same
referees?
rims.
Is it the referees?
I don't know
Well,
that
there's
either.
no crowd to go with.
Right.
And then, as you say, the third
Just
thing
happens.
is
I
surrounding.
don't know what the reason is. Maybe it's somebody smarter than us can tell us. But I have no idea.
I was thinking this. We have over 100 years in the game, and we don't have an explanation.
I have no reason.
They have like 1 home loss or 2. They're a mediocre 9-9, 9-8, in that area.
Right.
But man, you don't want to play them at the Rock.
No. And there's a million teams like that, by the way. Just like the Rock.
Well, you just mentioned
high
Georgia
school.
Tech
It's
last
true in high
night.
school, too.
Didn't they catch Carolina?
Yeah, they beat Carolina. Yeah,
You
high
said
school.
it.
High school. What happens? High school too.
Oh.
I mean, teams are so much better at home.
Oh my God.
Those,
I used to. Did I hate playing on the road? But then you obviously, if you're any good, you're going to play in the playoffs. Everything's on the road. But no, I agree with you. I can't put my finger on it. But when I see the 38%
you know something about
favorite,
Yeah.
And if you told me, you said, I need you to analyze this, I could look at it for days. Especially if there's a crowd, I'm going right away. The refs got caught up a little bit. A couple charges were close plays. The crowd was in it. Not the case.
No.
Now, NCAA football, the portal, rocking and rolling.
The portal again?
That's all I can talk about, rocking and rolling. Now, my question is, and we just stated this briefly, we didn't get into it. What in the world are they doing because there's so few rules?
Yeah.
What is going on that they're now? Some of it's antitrust stuff, and it's way
out of our control.
Way
right?
out of those laws go back to the railroads.
Yes.
But my point is, I don't know what's going on here, but I will say this: the milk has spilled, and we're not putting it back in the.
Well, they said they flew a recruit in with NIL money, and
you're not allowed to
what's
do
it? No, and that's what I always say. There's many more things that go on around this country by teams that flying a recruit in with NIL money. So it's they're calling it a major.
Yeah,
major
they're
too.
not. They've had some minors
People just
already.
ignore them. People just ignore the NCAA.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I always say, it's kind of like jaywalking. I know it's against the rules, but like downtown Pittsburgh, you're getting a ticket.
Right.
You do in Elwood City.
No ticket.
No ticket.
No.
It's that simple. Hey, one more thing in that. The kid that couldn't take his prize money when he won in golf as an amateur, I just think that's awful.
I know.
After what? No, have you seen the house that the Duke from Southern Cal
Yes.
lives in? The quarterback.
Yes.
Caleb Williams, is it?
Caleb Williams.
Hey, I read a scathing report a scout wrote on him. Oh man,
And he's going number one, huh?
yeah. Well, he's going to have to get out from under this stuff. This is team stuff.
Right.
You know, the teammates, crying on his mom's shoulder, you name it. Him saying, "I'm not used to being 7-4." I mean, as your team leader, it didn't look.
That's
good.
not good.
No, it really, it didn't. No, that's the best. I think you said it best. We're paying these guys in all these other sports, and yet this kid in golf, I don't, like you said, they need some more change.
Yeah, they don't know what to do.
No.
You understand?
They never expected this, team hopping.
Yeah, they thought it was going to be camps. They thought it would be open camps. for
And
guys.
doing a little clinic
Yes.
at Westminster.
That's what they thought.
Some little girl
They
that
really
plays
thought
tennis.
that's what it was going to be.
Al and I were doing the show one day, our radio show, and the guy calls in, he says, well, the good thing about it is it won't affect recruiting. And now remember, he's not in the studio, he's on the phone. We're looking at each other like we both have 5 eyes. And I'm like, does this guy not know what this is going to turn into? It's the Wild Wild West, baby.
Handshake line. They're recruiting in the handshake
Oh,
line.
I think I said the other day, he said, I was at the St. Francis game. Now remember, they're no good. Start 5 freshmen, I mean, it is what it is. The guy said to me, he says, they had 2 guys that didn't look bad. He said, the only problem is they won't be here.
No, they won't be.
And I said, you know what, he's right.
All around the country, it's like that.
I don't know how your buddy kept his kid at IUP. I have no idea how he kept his big boy.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I'll ask him someday how.
Yeah, ask him.
I
Say,
could.
Joey, say, we're just curious, because that kid has a reputation.
Uh-huh.
He is pretty good, by the way. Oh, NBA. 3 or 4 special teams I see in both sides. I was telling the guy yesterday, he doesn't follow it. He said, who's in first place? I says, Minnesota and OKC. He goes, what? I mean, if you don't follow it,
Yeah.
what is going on? It's not the Lakers.
I think the cream raises to the top in the playoffs. We'll see what
Sports
happens.
over.
That's what will be done. We'll see what
Okay.
happens. I see Boston
Now,
playing
let's
Denver.
talk about, let's not forget how these playoffs are constructed for our non-NBA fans. So, by the way, they're halfway done.
Yeah, they are finally, huh?
Yeah, and the hockey's past halfway. But with the NBA, Al, to look at it, they take 10 teams.
No, only 10.
No, each side 20.
I'm just laughing. I'm not making
Yeah, 10. Yeah, baseball, you can't. Baseball.
No,
takes
every
it.
sport.
Yeah.
No, only.
So they're in there, and they take 7 and 8 play. Winners in. The loser of 7-8 plays the winner in 9-10. That's how they get their 8 teams.
Oh,
just in case you're wondering. Oh, by the way, a lot of these NBA guys are getting near their limit already of games missed. No awards.
Are they crying about it?
But Embiid actually got hurt for real.
I think
last
they're
night.
crying about it.
He actually got hurt for real.
They want to change that rule
Yeah,
already.
I don't know what they're going to do. He's going over for sure. How about this though? It has the eyebrow plays every night.
That's hilarious because he never played every night ever.
Yeah, I'll bet those guys down in New Orleans would like to shake him just once. You know what I mean?
Zion.
Zion could shake him too. He'd get away from those strippers long enough to shake him. He'll shake him. Unbelievable. But once again, the highlight of my NBA watching was last week. I'm going to watch old Wembanyama tonight. Rest.
How old is he?
19.
19 years old.
Not 91. Like my old neighbor used to come. My old neighbor would drive up on his lawnmower with his walker. And he would go, he said, I'm 19. He was reverting. I said, really? I'm thinking to myself.
This guy really is 19.
This guy is 19.
Yeah.
MLB, we're getting close. It's coming.
Yep,
Pitchers
right around the
and
corner.
catchers.
Yep.
It's Albert's favorite time of year. How about these monster contracts? I mean, I see guys, that redhead is so far over the hill from the Dodgers that went to Boston. He can't see the other side. 16 million?
Yeah, they just paying out money out.
It's like they're printing it.
Yeah, they're looking for that magic pitcher. That's what they're all looking for pitchers. You know, that's what they're looking
Now, how
for.
about, you're my Bucko guy, because I know you'll shoot it to me straight. You're a fan, but you're not, whatever they do is right.
Yeah.
10 million to a reliever who's not your closer. Now, with the Yankees, I get it, because they have 300.
Right.
How about a team that's only spending 70?
Yeah, I'm figuring they looked at I'm just guessing. They looked at what leads they blew in the 7th, 8th inning last year.
Okay.
And that's the only guess I could have, that you pay that much
no,
money.
That's a good, what do you mean? That's good.
But that's the only guess I could have. Why would you pay $10 million to an 8th inning reliever?
Did they drag Bednar through arbitration?
Yes.
See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But anyway, we'll see. We're going to wait and see. By the way, this Chapman, he might be a little less on his fastball, but shooting bullets into the garage with his wife, he can still do that with the best of them. Ohtani's pay, it still fries me that nobody has said, wait.
They're not going to either.
Wait a minute. We have no chance.
Yeah, because they believe they have a chance, like John McKay. The guys that believe
What does he say?
Yeah. If the Dodgers don't win it this year, then it's really crazy because they spent billions.
Well, they can't win it with that guy managing.
They spent billions.
Hey, they can't. That little guy managing.
Dave Roberts.
Mr. Everybody loves him.
They all love him. They all love him.
I'll take whoever right now. I'll take the field right now.
Yeah, I'll take the field
I'll take
too.
the Braves. Will you?
I take the field.
How do they not see his deferring as the way of getting around the
Well, they see it. They just don't care. So you care. They don't care.
Terrible. All right, we got about a minute and a half. Some miscellaneous thoughts. I saw the big boy last night. He came out of hiding finally, Tom Brady, talking about he's merged his company with a couple others. That's all besides the point. The bottom line is he's going to be the #1 analyst for Fox next year. And what has hurt, the kid whose job that he's going to, I think they're going to be together or have the #2 job, the big tight end. The big tight end's good.
It's great.
I never listen.
Yeah, he's the best guy on the air. Yeah, there's no question about that.
When it's Brady.
Yeah, Olsen's really good.
When it's Brady, he's good. And by the way, he's doing some practice games. You know how they put him? It'd be like putting you and me watching.
Yes,
But here's
games.
the funny part. I get a charge out of him. Joe Montana walked out at halftime.
Yeah, he thought it good, but he couldn't talk to
No,
him.
he went in and got a Coke. He said, you know what? He said,
It's easier, harder than you think.
I'm not any good at this, he goes.
Right.
I said, well, that hasn't stopped Chris Berman. You know what I mean? We were on Harbaugh to the Chargers.
Yeah, that was an easy call. Really
it was easy, but still, we got it right.
Yeah.
Will he win immediately?
Yes, no doubt.
Right away.
Right away.
Is he going to finish ahead of Kansas City?
I don't think that.
Raiders.
Yes. Well, he's going to finish second.
Denver.
He's getting the playoffs, and it'll be second place.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is it
That's
him?
the personnel. That's the personnel. He'll change the quarterback play. He'll change the quarterback play.
Are you surprised Belichick hasn't found a landing spot?
No, not at all.
You heard it here on Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.